It's always fascinating to see how people play games, because no matter how much you play them yourself and how many people you've watched, there's always going to be someone who just does something that you did not expect.
Hey, it's Matt from Polygon. We're here right outside Microsoft's labs where they're doing the final campaign test for Halo 4. A couple months before the game ships, we're gonna go check it out, kind of see what weird science stuff they've got going on.
A lot of what we're doing here is we're getting a lot of feedback about how people are playing the game and liking the game. What they're gonna do is they're gonna play the game, play till they reach a certain point in the game, and then they'll pause the game and they'll fill out a survey.
One of the first steps was making the game feel like Halo.
We did a bunch of iteration and test on different ideas, experimenting with new mechanics, many of which didn't make the cut because of that process, but just sort of seeing like where can we take the gameplay, what new things can we add to the experience without taking it outside of that sweet spot for Halo, and also making it overly complicated for a new player to pick up and play.
This is where we've got the ability to watch lots of people simultaneously. There's 16 different stations that we can see at one time. Watching will say, hey, take a look at BO3, he's doing something really cool. Or gosh, C19 is still struggling with this part, and so forth. We've been doing this for a long time, so we've had lots of iterations. So a lot of the stuff has been ironed out already. This is sort of the final cruise.
It's a ton of small stuff. Like we just saw, he was just pointing out to me that there was an enemy stuck in the wall. So you could just see his feet coming out through the wall, and you couldn't tell what it was. So it's like, that's usually what the list is.
We're at the point now where we really can't change how the geometry of the level works. Oh, this is where I want a pelican to come by. This was where I wanted all the crates to get. Yeah, at the time it makes a lot of sense, but now I can't make heads or tails.
In CO2 is playing through an encounter I built, and he's not, they're often missing something like we were talking about earlier. They're missing a weapon that I really want them to use all the time in that section. So I know when I go back to my desk, I'm gonna go whoop, and move that weapon over.
The game is instrumented, so it's automatically recording a lot of player behaviors. So whenever someone dies, what weapon they had in their hands, what enemy killed them, what weapon did the enemy use, where were they, what was their health before they started this encounter. We take all of this information, both the attitude information from surveys and the instrumentation data from the game, and we put them together to get an understanding. We are capturing people's facial reactions as well, so we get to see their smiling and grimacing. It also serves handy as a little security device as well. We have run over 100,000 people through our labs. We've had 7 leaks that we know about.
I don't know, you get in this mindset where it's so secure that you just don't discuss it anywhere with anybody.
Leaking, although it's exciting, is that it actually ruins the ecology for games because it makes teams not want to do this type of research. And this is what makes the games better.
You go into every situation, you have a plan, and you think, okay, this is the way that we're gonna do it, and it's gonna work, and it's gonna be awesome. And then you start testing, and you find that some aspects of your plan maybe aren't working the way that you expected. M10, which is the first mission in the game, at one point we had all of these different beats and moments that were occurring simultaneously. So you'd raise the blast shields, you'd see this planet, this mysterious planet, but you'd also see a Covenant fleet, and then the planet would open and start pulling you in, but at the same time, the Covenant fleet would start boarding the ship.
Exciting.
It was super exciting.
Too exciting.
But what we found by testing this was that because there was so much happening, it just sort of degraded into chaos.
We kind of thought we were having this amazing, bombastic moment. And it just turned into noise.
We got survey results back that basically it says, what did you like about this section? And I'm not joking with you. There's 32 responses. Over half of them wrote the word nothing. I don't like it. Nothing.
We poured a lot of time and energy into getting it to that point, but we actually took those beats and those moments and we spaced them at least in 3 discrete areas of the mission.
Our goal is for them to play the game and kind of enjoy being in the experience and not to have to sit the controller down and think about what am I supposed to be doing here.
So what did you learn today?
We saw lots of different things. Fortunately, we didn't see anything big and major that's broken at this point. We didn't expect to, and I'm glad we didn't. It's been a long journey. It's exciting to get to this point. Long day, long weekend.